Welcome to the Third Win channel, where today I got a short little fun video for you guys. We're putting together a tier list of the iCarly Reboot characters. We have 10 characters, and the characters I've chosen today are characters that have appeared more than once, with the exception of Gwen, but I wanted to have 10 characters, and I'll explain why. Today I'm putting 2 characters in each tier, just to keep things a little bit more interesting and spaced out in the tier list. But without further ado, let's get into the tier list. First off, we got Double Dutch. I think Double Dutch is a B tier character. I think she's super fun. I like how she has a different personality one-on-one, where she kind of talks cute and personal and sensitive. And when she's out in the public amongst many people, she has this diva attitude. And I think she just melts perfectly with that iCarly universe. Next up, we got Gwen. We only got 1 episode out of her, and honestly, she wasn't the most exciting appearance. So I'm gonna have to put her in D, although I think that she has the potential to climb up the ranks with more episodes. But I do like her awkward relationship with Freddy and her fake fight with Carly. That was fun. Next up, we got Harper. Harper is great because she's just a really good friend to Carly, although I wouldn't really call her a good person, because, you know, she tries to swindle some people, and she also has this competition about who can sleep them or who can get the most phone numbers. I think it was with Spencer, and I don't know, some stuff just doesn't add up. But yeah, overall, Harper is great. I like her business focus. I like her passion to be a stylist. I think that's all very interesting. Moving on, we got Carly, and how could I not put Carly in S? Carly's just like, it's the small things that matter with Carly, like the mannerisms and the goofy sense of humor, and just her constant ability to kind of mess things up, but, you know, always come out all right. Next up, we got Freddy, who is hands down my favorite character in the reboot. I love his just personality. I like his kind of nice guy, never really mean to anyone persona. And I like how he's super honest about his missteps in the last like 7 years of his life, and I like how we're slowly getting to see him get his form. He is the parent for Millicent, and that's really great. He's a great father, and just all these things combined make Freddy just such a likable character for me. Moving on, we got Maeve, who I think is an absolute trash tier, D tier character. We only get her for 2 episodes, but God, I hate her backstory. I think it's like too extreme for even like the original iCarly series. Like, she gets kidnapped by a pirate, and what kind of awful person leaves her best friend slash cousin in a family crisis? Like, poor Harper. It's just, I don't know. She's a little bit too awful for me. Next up, we got Millicent, who initially I was very doubtful of, as I think a lot of people were. A lot of people were just annoyed about how just mean and, I don't know, spoiled she was. But as the series progressed, you kind of saw her creativity and her fun elements and her increasingly more intelligent pokes at Carly, and you see her heart and how she actually does really love her father, and yeah, she's really fun. What can I say? Moving on, we got Spencer, who I know I wouldn't really talk about the original series, but what a downgrade. This guy has become a dick with his money. He's become very selfish. I think he also isn't as funny anymore, and I don't know. I think this is one of my biggest disappointments for the reboot. But Spencer still fun, but it's just a little disappointing. I can't put him above Double Dutch even. I think the characters above him are above him. Next up, we got the 2 kind of love interests for Carly in the end of the show, the love triangle, and now I have to decide who I like better, and it's really difficult because each of them are quite different. Wes is that kind of perfect guy, but in the last episode we saw some of his flaws, but you might even say that those aren't even flaws, but something tells me that Wes is going to fall off and we're not going to see him much anymore, and Bo is going to stay in the show. Now, does that affect my character ranking? Who do I like more? Well, no, but I still like Bo more. I just think he's a little more interesting and a little bit more unpredictable, and I think that's what you need for a show like iCarly. You know, like, the tough guy kind of thing has always been there in iCarly, but Freddy kind of covers, he doesn't cover that role, but I don't know. it's hard to see. Maybe a world with Wes and Freddy kind of fighting would be really interesting as well, because you wouldn't see Bo and Freddy fighting. That just doesn't make sense. Like, who's the better character? I don't know. I'm really torn. I think maybe Wes is a better character, but Bo is a better fit for Carly. Is that a good way of putting it? I think it is. I think I'll leave it like this. But if I were to remove the 2 characters per tier kind of rule, I would move Gwen up to a C. I would move maybe Wes up to a B, and maybe Double Dutch up to an A. So this is how I would do it if it was completely free-flowing. S tier remains the same, of course. They should end up together, you know. But okay, this is today's little short video just for fun. It was actually kind of difficult to make because originally I wanted to make a ranking and I was thinking about the characters, but I think there's a general kind of problem with character analysis in the show. It's just the characters don't have that much depth to them. They all, like, especially some of the new characters, just feel very fake, and there just isn't so much sensitivity and that kind of conflict in a way which is meaningful. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys or if any of you feel the same way, but it makes the show a little bit less character driven and more like sitcom-y and haha fun and jokes. But yeah, that's my rant. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.